After all said and done, Manchester United were able to hold their own against Liverpool. We will bring you the review of all the Week 17 matches and what to look out for in Week 18 actions that will kick off on Thursday. My name is Linda Way. On Friday, 10-man Tottenham condemned Nottingham Forest to a fifth Premier League defeat in 6 games as they underlined their top 4 ambitions at the City Ground. Richarlison's third goal in 2 games set Spurs on their way, with the outstanding Dejan Kulusevski adding the icing on the cake for Ange Postecoglou's side, who had Bissouma sent off in the 70th minute. On Saturday, Luton Town's Premier League match at Bournemouth was abandoned after their captain, Tom Lockyer, collapsed on the pitch with the sides level at 1-1. At the Stamford Bridge, former Manchester City youngster, Cole Palmer, registered a goal and an assist in Saturday's hard-fought victory over Sheffield United. Palmer broke the Blades' resistance when he slotted home Raheem Sterling's pass early in the second half, before teeing up Nicholas Jackson for the Blues' second not long afterwards. The 21-year-old has been directly involved in 13 goals during his 19 appearances since signing from the defending champions. Manchester City's stuttering title defense suffered another blow as Michael Ollih's 95th-minute penalty rescued a dramatic point for Crystal Palace. City had led 2-0 through goals by Jack Grealish and Rico Lewis and appeared to have pocketed the 3 points until Jean-Philippe Mateta pulled a goal back with 14 minutes remaining. There was more drama to come in stoppage time, when Phil Foden caught Mateta as he attempted to clear and referee Paul Tierney pointed to the spot. Michael Ollih stepped up to slot past Ederson and spark wild celebration among the away fans who had seen their team under pressure for much of the match. 17-year-old Lewis Miley became Newcastle's youngest Premier League goal scorer as the Magpies bounced back from Champions League elimination with a win over 10-man Fulham. Fulham had striker Raul Jimenez sent off after 22 minutes following a dangerous, jumping challenge into Sean Longstaff, which caught the Newcastle man in the face. Early in the second half, substitute Lewis Miley, who joined the club's academy at the age of 7, fired a low shot past Bernd Leno early in the second half. Miguel Almiron added a second goal shortly afterwards when the ball broke to him a few yards out after Callum Wilson thought he had been fouled by Anthony Robinson. Dan Burn grabbed a third late on, bundling the ball over the line after his header had been parried by Leno. The result ended Newcastle's run of 3 successive defeats. It came 3 days after the 2-1 home loss to AC Milan not only led to elimination from the Champions League, but also saw them finish bottom of their group to end their involvement in European competition this season. Manager Sean Dyche had the opportunity to hurt his former employers, and he did when Everton took on Burnley. His in-form Everton side picked up their 4th consecutive Premier League victory. Dyche was in charge at Turf Moor for almost 10 years before being sacked last year, and there was no room for sentiment as his Toffees team ruthlessly moved 7 points clear of the relegation zone. Amadou Onana leapt above Burnley goalkeeper to nod in the opener from Dwight McNeil's well-delivered corner kick. The visitors doubled their lead after 25 minutes as Michael Keane stroked in at the second attempt after his initial effort was saved by Trafford and Dara O'Shea failed to clear the rebound. On Sunday, Arsenal saw off a stubborn Brighton to move back to the top of the Premier League, where they remained after Liverpool were held to a goalless draw by Manchester United. The Gunners, now a point clear at the summit, claimed their success thanks to Gabriel Jesus' header and Kai Havertz's late strike. Aston Villa came from behind to dramatically beat Brentford after a red card for Bees defender Ben Mee changed the match. Keane Lewis-Potter opened the scoring for the hosts at the end of the first half, shooting through a crowded penalty area after Villa failed to clear a corner from the left. But the game turned when Mee was sent off in the 71st minute for diving in and catching Leon Bailey on the ankle. Bailey's cross was headed in at the back post by Alex Moreno for an equalizer, before Watkins headed in an 85th minute winner from Boubacar Kamara's flick-on. Mohamed Kudus scored twice to help West Ham get back on track in the Premier League with a 3-0 victory over Wolves at London Stadium. A dominant West Ham looked a different side to the one that suffered a 5-0 thrashing by Fulham at Craven Cottage 7 days previously. Manchester United lifted the mood of crisis around manager Erik ten Hag by securing a battling point against Liverpool at Anfield. In a mediocre encounter, United stopped the rot that had been spreading after the heavy home loss to Bournemouth and a team Champions League exit rubber-stamped by Bayern Munich at Old Trafford. Ten Hag had cause to be much happier than Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp, whose side missed a chance to return to the top of the Premier League. United keeper Andre Onana made one fine first-half save from Virgil van Dijk, while Rasmus Højlund had the visitors' best chance in the second half, but saw his shot blocked at the near post by Liverpool's Alisson. Liverpool dominated possession, but were too often wasteful and had to settle for a point, not enough to leapfrog Arsenal, whose earlier win against Brighton took them to the summit. On Thursday, Crystal Palace will host Brighton. They have recorded 3 1-1 draws in their last 4 meetings. Both teams have drew 5 matches, respectively, this season. Brighton, who lost their last match, will be desperate to win in order not to drop from their 9th position. On Friday, Aston Villa will hope to continue their fairy tale run when they host bottom-placed Sheffield United. Aston Villa, who have won Tottenham, Manchester City, and Arsenal this season, are in a form of their lives, and will therefore go for all 3 points against Sheffield United. However, in their last league meeting on March 3, 2021, Sheffield United defeated Aston Villa by a lone goal. They will be hoping to repeat the same feat on Friday. On Saturday, Manchester United will visit London to take on West Ham United, hoping to build on their goalless draw with Liverpool last Sunday. However, their opponents are excited as well, having destroyed Wolves 3-0. This fixture last season ended in a lone goal victory for the home side. Fulham will be hoping to return to winning ways when they host Burnley. They were defeated 3-0 by Newcastle United in their last match. But Vincent Kompany and his Burnley side know, the earlier they start picking points the better for their survival hopes at the end of the season. Luton will host Newcastle United, definitely without their captain, Tom Lockyer, who suffered a cardiac arrest during their last match at Bournemouth. However, the home side will be fighting for their 3rd victory of the season as they battle to crawl out of the relegation zone, while their 6th-placed opponents, having tasted European football this season, will want to take all 3 points to further brighten their chances of qualifying for European football next season. Nottingham Forest will be searching for their first ever league win over Bournemouth when they clash at the City Ground. Their previous 2 meetings ended in a victory for Bournemouth and a draw. It will not be an easy encounter, as Bournemouth have not lost a match in their last 5 matches, while Forests have lost 4 and secured a draw. On 17th position, Nottingham Forest know that no result will be good than an outright win. Tottenham will host in-form Everton after securing a 2-0 victory over Nottingham Forest last weekend. Everton are brimming with confidence, having won 4 consecutive matches. However, they are aware of the threats posed by Son and his teammates, whom they have not been able to win in their last 5 matches. After a disappointing goalless draw with Manchester United last weekend, Liverpool will have the opportunity to snatch the top spot from Arsenal when they host the league leaders. This fixture, last season, ended in a 2-2 draw, a scoreline Jurgen Klopp and his boys will not want. Mikel Arteta knows that a victory will give his side a firm hold on the league summit ahead of a hectic schedule. On Sunday, Molineux will come alive when Wolverhampton Wanderers will attempt to devour Chelsea. They had a 1-0 victory over Chelsea last season, but will encounter a stronger Chelsea side that are basking in the euphoria of their 2-0 victory over Sheffield United last weekend.
That was our package for today. Join us on Saturday for 2023 AFCON Countdown. We will take a closer look at Group D comprising of Algeria, Burkina Faso, Mauritania and Angola. Enjoy your day.